Today I'm reviewing one of my new favorite fragrances, which is Ambre Nuit by Christian Dior. So Ambre Nuit means Amber Night, basically, which I think is a pretty cool name. But besides that, the fragrance itself is, like I said, one of my new favorites because it has just some absolutely delicious notes. So here is this nice little sample. Glass, which I like. Some samples are plastic, which feels kind of cheap, but this is glass. So this is a very unique fragrance for multiple reasons. Relatively modern. It came out in 2009 and it's a unisex fragrance. So it's actually a very, very good unisex fragrance. It's really kind of nice in the middle, not too masculine or not too feminine. So I'll put some on. And immediately, everything about this is great. The opening is great, middle notes are great, and the base, the dry down is perfect in my opinion. So the top notes are, there's only two, bergamot and grapefruit. And you definitely get that. It's like kind of a burst of citrus when you first put it on, as if you're kind of tearing open a grapefruit with your bare hands. And it's just, the citrus notes, they're pretty short-lasting. They definitely won't stick around. However, they melt straight into the middle notes, which are damask rose and pink pepper. The pink pepper is delicious. The rose is a little bit faint, but it does definitely give a little bit of sweetness to the body of the fragrance. The pink pepper is nice because it does have that kind of little bit of spiciness, but it's definitely not super, you know, gonna make you sneeze sort of thing. It's a little bit like the pink pepper in Dior Sauvage, which is also a very, very famous fragrance and a famous note. Then the base notes are ambergris, guaiac wood, cedar, and patchouli. So there's definitely a very strong musk note, which is 99% the ambergris, which is, in my opinion, really, really good. The guaiac wood, I've never smelled real guaiac wood before, so I don't really know how guaiac-y it is, but there's definitely some woodiness, especially from the cedar. It's really nice. It has that kind of natural foresty approach, and even though this list says there's no amber on the fragrance, it smells pretty ambery to me, and you know, the name is Ambre Night, so you would expect that. But besides that, it has this really, this warmth. It's all-encompassing warmth that is a little bit incensey, in my opinion. Kind of almost a resinous, incensey, slightly smoky sort of fragrance. Definitely not smoky like Shalimar or, you know, more like perfumes that are actually supposed to be smoky. This is more of just a general warmth, kind of like you're near a fireplace sort of thing. And it's balanced really nicely because, like I said, it has that rose and the pink pepper, which are relatively light notes compared to these thicker, heavier notes like the ambergris and the wood notes. Overall, this is one of my top fragrances. I would say it's better for evening wear because it is warmer, it's a little bit heavier compared to your average daytime perfume. You could definitely wear it in the daytime, especially in the colder months for autumn or winter. Summer is a bit harder. Heavier notes like these generally don't go well with hot weather, but it's still a pretty versatile fragrance. I could see this as a casual fragrance, a formal fragrance, anything in between. Maybe not a work fragrance. This is a bit more maybe too intense for maybe the office, but it's very, very nice. It even dries down and becomes a little bit powdery. Not necessarily too much like baby powder, but has that kind of just light fluffiness at the same time having this heavy warmth. So it's like this kind of counterbalance. Then the longevity. The longevity is moderate, moderate to long, I would say. Not super projecting, but definitely it kind of covers this whole, you know, your bubble, your personal space bubble, that it'll fill up that. And that's really nice. I think it's like more of an elegant perfume. It's not like screaming. So definitely more sophisticated, more mature, more just kind of balanced and leveled, which is really, really nice. Yeah, it's just very pleasant as it evolves on the skin. It mainly holds on to the ambergris note and the rose note especially, with a little bit of that pink pepper. The other notes kind of fade out a little bit, but even just holding on to those three notes creates a very complex, very delicious sort of fragrance. And of course it's from Dior, and Dior is known for producing very, very high quality fragrances for both men and women. And that's pretty much what I have to say about this fragrance. One thing I dislike is the price, which is for a full bottle, I want to say 4 ounces, maybe a bit more than 4 ounces, $330, which is quite a lot, but it is really a good fragrance. So if you're into it, I mean, why not get it? Other than that, great fragrance, and it is priced that way because of the ingredients and because it is Dior. You're getting the Dior brand, so there you go. Besides that, that's what I have to say about Dior's Ambre Nuit. If you have any opinions about this fragrance, you can leave those down in the comments below. If you liked the video, leave a like, maybe subscribe, and I make videos throughout the week, so stick around for those.